Rage, 4 minions, and an executioner. Not looking too good for you. Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to my channel for another episode. Today we're going to be doing something a little different. I went ahead and recorded some games beforehand and now I'm going to go ahead and commentate over them. And as you guys might tell from the title of the video, I went ahead and copied this deck from another up-and-coming YouTuber named CHiOE's. I'll go ahead and leave a link to her channel and that video down in the description below. All credit goes to her on this one. I definitely copied it straight from her. It comes from a video where she mentions this awesome deck that she uses in 2v2 and supposedly she has a 100% win rate with it. And I thought, that's completely ridiculous. There's no way. So I decided to test it out for myself. I played 10 games and only lost 1. And it was mainly because of a really dumb mistake on my own part.
All around me are familiar faces, worn out places, worn out faces.
Now, as you can see from the screenshot, she was using the Giant, the Night Witch, the Executioner, the Log, Mega Minion, the Inferno Tower, the Ice Spirit, and the Knight. Now, I'm only a level 10 and in the low 3000 crown range, and 2 of my cards aren't even upgraded all the way, and yet I was still able to go 9 and 10 in 2v2 with this deck. But all I really want to do in this video is review those games with you guys and show you how I did. So let's just jump into it. Now my partner right out the gate getting really aggressive and dropping this Giant Skeleton, I went ahead and dropped the Executioner right behind to support him. They have a Prince coming down the right lane supported with that Valkyrie, so I went ahead and dropped a Knight. They dropped that Inferno Tower in defense, which is a great move. We got those Elite Barbarians going in there, but with that Goblin Gang, it couldn't really do much. And then they went ahead and followed it up with a Fireball. This Mega Minion cleaned up the Valkyrie over here on the right side, and then I decided to follow that up with a Giant. You'll see that my partner drops a Valkyrie here, and then the opposing team dropped all these minions and a Zap. I dropped this Night Witch here to try and tank damage, but luckily my partner had these arrows to take care of these minions. They went ahead and dropped a Baby Dragon and a Wizard to take care of my Night Witch, and then I dropped this Goblin Barrel, which I could easily use the Log for. My partner decided to drop this Golem to go ahead and tank damage, which was a great move. He was able to follow that with a Clone, but then they went ahead and dropped this Inferno Tower and a Valkyrie to clean it up, so there was really nothing we can do. I kind of thought it was a little aggressive for my partner to drop this Giant Skeleton on the right side, but then you're going to see that I followed it up immediately with the Giant on the left side to try and distract. They easily clean it up with this Skeleton Army and this Goblin Gang, but my partner went ahead and dropped the Valkyrie, cleaning it up super easy. But now that we're under 1 minute and have 2 times Elixir, we're going to be able to kind of overpower them to the end. Now me and my partner are starting to put together a pretty good push here with the Executioner and the Wizard. Should be pretty easy with this Night Witch being dropped right here to take care of this Baby Dragon and this Wizard. But then the other team went crazy and dropped 2 Fireballs, taking out the Executioner and the Wizard. My partner drops a Golem. It's going to get taken care of by this Inferno Tower, which is why I was thinking about putting my Giant over to the left. But then when I saw he used the Clone to save that Golem, I went ahead and dropped my Giant on that right side. Just saying, you know what, let's go all in. He drops the Giant Skeleton right behind. I went ahead and used that Log to take care of this Goblin Gang, and luckily my partner had his arrows in cycle to take care of all these minions. Now we have nothing stopping us. We're just gonna have a straight shot to that tower, completely overrunning it, and if we only had a few more seconds, it would have been an easy 3 crown all the way to the end. Now, throughout these next few games, you're going to kind of notice this trend. It's going to be a bit of back and forth, chipping damage away at each other, and it doesn't really go anywhere. There's no real clear victor, and then towards the end, me and my partners are just able to absolutely overpower them all the way through the end of the game. Alright, here we go. Getting into this next game, you can see that my partner wanted to use this Hog Rider here. I was more than willing to use my Log to support that, but he didn't drop it in time. I hit 10 Elixir, so I pulled it back, decided to support with the Mega Minion, and then dropped my Log. And then I still held on to it because I wasn't sure it was going to take out these Elite Barbarians. I'm not sure if the Hog Rider was even going to get to the tower and even do any damage. My partner gets pretty aggressive here, dropping that Goblin Barrel. I wasn't sure that was a good move, but it's okay. Now we're going to have this Prince coming down this right lane. I went ahead and dropped an Ice Spirit and an Executioner. My partner dropping the Skeleton Army. Pretty good move in my opinion. He's going to mirror another one in to support my Executioner, and then I drop a Log to clean up this Goblin Gang, but then they use arrows. So as you can see, a pretty close game. Like I said, chipping away at each other, a trend that you're going to see here where we barely get on each other's towers. This Wizard's going to clean up my Executioner, and then you're going to see he's going to drop a Hog Rider to go ahead and use this Wizard. I drop a Mega Minion, and my partner drops this Wizard. I went ahead and used a Night Witch to go ahead and help clean this up, but they still brought the tower down to 1725, a pretty good chunk of damage that they took there. Now, while they're distracted on the right, I decided to get a little aggressive and drop a Giant in the left lane. Thankfully, this Wizard does a lot of damage to these Elite Barbarians, so I could drop my Ice Spirit and freeze this Barbarian there so they couldn't do a ton of damage. He still gets 1 shot off. Now, these archers are going to do a lot more damage than I really wanted them to, bringing it down to 1281. This Hog Rider is going to get some decent damage on this tower. Good move with that Prince, kind of getting in between the Hog Rider and that tower. And you're going to see my partner and I are going to make a bit of a mistake here by dropping a Skeleton Army and Knight on the right side, leaving these Elite Barbarians to go ahead and ravage this left tower. But thankfully, he mirrored another Skeleton Army to go ahead and take care of those Elite Barbarians, because if not, they would have probably taken that tower. So my partner's going to get a little more aggressive, dropping this Goblin Gang here on the right, getting that tower down to 488. They're going to come back with 2 barrels on each tower. They're going to do a lot of damage on this left tower. My Executioner was not able to take care of them quickly. But we're going to use this opportunity to use this Hog Rider on the right, taking that right tower. I dropped this Giant on the left side and support it with an Executioner and a log, and they're going to be able to clean it up pretty easily with these Elite Barbarians. Now they're getting super aggressive, knowing that they only have 20 seconds left to finish off. A great defensive fireball by my teammate. Now this Ice Spirit barely surviving these arrows, perfect timing, freezing that Hog Rider so that he could not get any more damage. And now you're just gonna see barrels flying everywhere, but it's not gonna be enough. Only 2 seconds left, and that is gonna be GG. Wow, so much talking. I am kind of out of breath. That was a very aggressive game. So many goblins just running around everywhere, being thrown in barrels and on the ground. So after I get a drink of water, we're gonna go jump into this next game. All right, getting into another game here, starting out a little slow. I'm gonna drop this Executioner here in the back to kind of save some time. They're gonna come with a Prince and an Ice Spirit and some lightning to take out this Skeleton Army, and then they're gonna support it with a bunch of goblins back here, but our Knight and this Electro Wizard are gonna be able to take care of that. Again, more goblins here on the left side, gonna overrun this Electro Wizard. We have a decent push going in on the right, but it's gonna be cleaned up probably by these bats and this bandit. Now, nothing really crazy going on so far. This bandit's gonna get one shot, boom, right there. And then this Mega Net gonna be taken out. I don't really think that Ice Spirit was necessary. Probably could have saved that for something. Now, my placement on this Inferno Tower is so bad, going just complete 100% panic mode. You never go full panic mode, and put this placement really, really poorly. They're just gonna come back with all of these goblins, taking care of our goblins, and now this flying machine is going to come in here, taking out these spear goblins, but he's not going to last long, taking the last arrow straight to the face. He's going to use this lumberjack to go ahead and take care of this bandit. Nice work there. Bats, no big deal. Now I'm going to use this Knight to help out with this giant push, but they're going to use this Inferno Tower, easily going to clean this up. Again with the Ice Spirit, I'm not really sure that those Ice Spirits are necessary. I mean, they're only 1 elixir, so it's not really that big of a deal. Electro Wizard cleaning up those Spear Goblins. Now, haven't really done any damage to either side. This Hog Rider is going to come in here, Ice Spirit that. He's not going to do much damage at all. These Goblins and this Night Witch are going to go ahead and take care of that Bandit and that Hog Rider. And now right here, this has to be one of the most frustrating parts of the game. They're gonna drop a tornado, and then the other partner is gonna try and rocket this massive army coming in, and then they miss barely with that rocket, that tornado pulling them back just a tiny bit to be able and miss that. But they're gonna defend this very easily with that Inferno Tower. We're not gonna get a whole lot of damage. Now here we are with only 22 seconds left. We got this massive Goblin, Knight, and Night Witch push going in, taking out this tower, and then they're gonna throw a Goblin barrel at us. We're gonna defend it pretty easily. 10 seconds left in the game. Again, all the way up until this point, there was no clear victor, and then in the last moments of the game, we're able to just overpower them with some random push and just take the win. Very, very good game there. All right, here we go, starting out another game. As usual, a little slow in the beginning. I'm gonna drop this Executioner here, and we're both gonna get really aggressive. My partner dropping a Golem. They drop these Elite Barbarians, and I barely get this Knight in there in time before they lock onto the tower, and he was able to tank a lot of damage, allowing this Night Witch and this Ice Wizard to go ahead and clean them up in the end. We're gonna get a little overkill on this Valkyrie on the left. But this golem is going to be able to get a lot of good damage here on the right, and they completely neglect this left lane, allowing this Night Witch, this Mega Knight, and Ice Wizard to go ahead and clean up this tower all by themselves. They finally drop an Executioner to go ahead and finish it off. But this Golem and Mega Knight are going to clean up that right tower. I get super aggressive and go ahead and try to come in for the kill with this Giant, but with their minion horde, they're going to clean it up pretty easily. And now this game is going to get kind of boring for about the next minute.
For about another minute, this game is just going to get pretty boring. They only have...
Now down to 772 on that King's Tower. We are going to finish off this game, taking a 3 crown there, and so far holding true to the 100% win rate.
Worn out places, worn out faces.
We're going to go ahead and get into another game. I might end up skipping some of these because, again, 10 games, that is a lot to go through. All right, here we go. A pretty slow start to this game, but they're going to go ahead and draw first blood by throwing that Goblin Barrel, a Hog Rider, and backing up with some Fire Spirits, but this Log is going to go ahead and take them out. And now 2 Knights and a Wizard versus 1 Hog Rider. Not really sure if I like my odds there. And now we're going to get a pretty good push going here on the left. And as you can see, I've flashed my Executioner in circles around on this right side, trying to get him to see that I want his minions on the right. And then he's going to drop some Rage. And I'm not sure about you, but 4 minions, 1 Executioner, and some Rage against 1 tower. Pretty sure that means death. Pretty sure that means death. You do the math, but Rage, 4 minions, and an Executioner, not looking too good for you. And now they're going to get a pretty good push going here, but this Night Witch going to be able to clean this up, a Log to take care of that Goblin Barrel, and then he's going to follow it up with a P.E.K.K.A. Pretty scary push going here on the right side. He's going to drop the Cavalry with these Skeletons, but that perfectly placed Furnace is going to go ahead and clean them up. I decided to get a little aggressive over here on the left and drop a Giant to try and distract them, but they went ahead and dropped some Skeletons on the left side to clean him up, and now we have nothing but Skeletons and a Valkyrie coming our way. It's going to be a pretty slow game from here on out. That Ice Spirit gonna be able to freeze her for a little bit, but she still gets 1 shot off. And now this P.E.K.K.A. on the left side, gonna go ahead and clean up my Executioner, but we have this minion horde coming in. And now I'm gonna drop this Inferno Tower. May have been a bit of overkill as he only had 1 shot left on that P.E.K.K.A. But better safe than sorry, I went ahead and dropped the Inferno Tower. My partner dropped a P.E.K.K.A. to go ahead and take on this left side. They perfectly counter it with a Goblin Hut, and now we have a pretty scary push going here on the left with that Giant, but they're gonna do a really good job of defending this. My partner shooting a rocket doesn't quite get that Wizard. Oh yeah, he did. Oh. Whoops. This Night Witch gonna come in the back. Now this is really key to this engagement because her bats are gonna go ahead and start taking damage to that tower down to 205, and that one last bat gonna go ahead and take out the tower. But on the right side, we did have a Goblin Barrel come in and take out our right tower, but it doesn't matter because we have 2 towers to their 1. They're gonna come in with this nice push here, but with the Inferno Tower chilling right here, they're not gonna be able to do much. With 3 seconds left, this is gonna be GG. We're gonna take another win. Still sticking to the 100% win rate, as promised.
Bright and early for the daily races, going nowhere, going nowhere.
And we're gonna get into another game. Okay, our opponent's gonna go ahead and start off with the Giant Skeleton and supporting it with the Witch over here on the left side. They're gonna drop another Witch and a Valkyrie in to support this, but our Inferno Tower, Knight, and Executioner are gonna do a really nice job of defending this. And if you didn't notice, he dropped a miner in here in the back on this left tower, getting a few shots off, doing some pretty good damage, getting it down to 2086. Nice job dropping that miner back there. All right, they're gonna come in here with some offensive Skeletons and a Hog Rider. Really nice play there because the Inferno Tower is targeting the Skeletons as opposed to that Hog Rider, so he is able to get 1 or 2 shots off. They come in with a Fireball, trying to take out that Wizard, but it's not gonna be enough. I decided to get a little aggressive, dropping my Giant in there against this Ice Wizard, a Wizard, and a Witch. Another Ice Wizard coming in to support, but my partner coming in with this Mega Knight from behind. A really good move here. He is gonna go ahead and clean up this Witch, and then gonna go straight for that tower, and they're gonna do absolutely everything they can to try and stop this. But on the right side, we went ahead and dropped a Knight and a Night Witch going in undetected on this right tower. I'm not sure what they were thinking here. My partner goes ahead and drops a miner on the left, but then they have this massive push coming in with that Valkyrie, a Hog Rider, and these minions and Rage, and there is nothing we can do here. They're just gonna go and barrel through this tower and go all the way to our king's tower, getting it down all the way to 1864. But comparison, we have only 104 left on their left tower and 944 on that king's tower. And I'm just gonna go straight for the 3 crown here. I drop my giant, and my partner comes in with some skeletons, and now pushing this giant skeleton back, this wizard coming in, there's nothing they can do. That splash damage from that wizard, I'm pretty sure, is what did it on that tower. And absolutely just completely overrunning each other. I was really afraid that that left side was going to be completely taken out, but we were able to hold it together and come away with that 3 crown win. But that's going to be it for me, guys. I think this is going to be quite a long video. I'm pretty sure you guys get the point. Again, I only finished 9 and 10 in reality, so I didn't get a 100% win rate, but CHiOE coming up with this deck in 2v2. I will leave her link down in the description below so you guys can go check out her channel. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, go ahead and give it a like. If you want to see more from me in the future, you can hit that subscribe button. And please let me know in the comments down below what you guys think of this video and give me some suggestions about what you want to see from me in the future. But with that being said, I'm gonna get out of here. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you next time.